Yes, hello, world changers. We've always had conversations that change lives, that impact us and impact others. And we are changing the world together. But in order to change the world together, we need to be in charge and be in control. I'm Bahati Hilda Sabiti, and today we are talking about money. Okay, money is not, it's not really an exciting subject, but to me, it is an exciting subject because if I want to be a billionaire, if I want to do charity, if I want to do the things that I want to do in life, then it's better that I have it in control. I know what I earn, what I have to spend, and I think it's today that I was talking to someone and I was telling them that if you have assets and the assets are bringing in more money than your expenses, then you are living a financially free life. And we all want the financial freedom. But in order to have the financial freedom, we must get our facts right. Because when it comes to money, money is about facts. It's not about feelings. And that is what I want us to dwell on today. Okay. Money is about facts. It's not about feelings. So if you bring your feelings and your emotions, then you are going to lose out on your money, on your investment, and on the things that you have decided to do or achieve as an individual. Okay. So in order to impact other people, you have to be impacted. In order to help other people with financial literacy, you have to be able to be changed and to have a hold of yourself and in control of how you spend and how you earn your money, and everything is going to, and how you invest your money. Very crucial, because we have to grow that money in order to get to our targets. Okay. And so when it comes to emotions, emotions dictate so much when it comes to spending. Some of us, when we are depressed, when we are down, we feel like buying stuff is what's going to help us. And then some of us, when we see, and let me tell you, the market will always have splashy things. And sometimes it will always have enticing kind of offers. Now, these enticing kind of offers, let's say the sales. Have you ever walked into a supermarket? And I've been guilty. I've done this so many times. That is in the past, before I got a hold of myself and was in charge or became just took control of my finances. You walk into the supermarket, you are going to buy something. Let's say toothpaste. You're going to buy what? Tissue. You're going to buy anything. Could be groceries, but you have a certain limited budget. And then when you get into the supermarket or the you come out with things worth what, $200 or just a lot more money than you intended to spend. And it's possible that at that very moment you feel excited because you have these things, but remember, after one day or even after hours, you're going to forget that you bought these things. But again, money walked away from you without you noticing. Why? Because you became emotional about money. Okay. So when we do something because we are emotional, or we want to prove, and sometimes even wanting to prove something, I want us to I want to place that under emotions. If we want to prove something, I usually tell people that I am patient, and I have been patient with my growth, and I am still patient with my growth, to be organic and to be authentic, not to rush at the pace of others. Okay. Not to compare my behind the stage to the spotlight stage of so many people. And it's possible that it has taken me quite long to break even, but again, when I break even, then it's going to be sustainable. Why? Because I have walked the walk, and I have talked or walked the talk. Okay. I have been organic and I have been patient. It's not about proving to someone. Okay. So for the people that have callings and if you have a purpose, if you have a passion, your patience in working this and putting in the effort is not about to prove to other people that, hey, look here, this is where I have reached, or this is what I've attained, or this is who I am. Then you prove to your mother, you prove to your sisters, you prove to your friends that this is who you are. No, you do it because that is the passion and that is the love that you have in life. That is the satisfaction. And then you know that you are enough. You don't need to prove anything, because part of our emotional spending comes from wanting to prove something. So you buy a Lamborghini because you want to show off. So you buy that hair because the expensive hair because you want so and so to see you. If so, you buy, and I think I came to that realization after some time, and I was like, I wasted my 20s, okay? Because I think I learned it in my late 20s, and then that is when I started knowing exactly how to spend my money, how to invest my money, how to take control of my finances, and how to work towards financial freedom. And so many people think financial freedom is a myth, but it's not a myth. You can actually get to it, it's attainable, and so many people have actually gotten to it. And it doesn't mean that they will not work, they will work. There is no shortcut. There is nothing like you're sitting on an island and money is coming. If someone is sitting on an island, I sell courses, and it doesn't mean that I'm sitting on an island somewhere. It's okay, I can go for a vacation, but while I'm on vacation, people are buying my courses. But again, I put in time to actually shoot and research and record and do everything, do all the work, and I put it together. So by the time you're actually buying it, it's because I put in a lot more time, and so I'm able to earn that money. So I put in effort. So there is no shortcut to earning. There is work, 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 work. So if you want to earn, you work. You're not going to sit down and that cake will not bake itself, and that shop is not going to open itself, and that car is not going to drive itself, and I mean nothing. Those children are not going to teach themselves. So get up and work, and then don't be emotional. 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, so I mean, do the math. Math does not lie. Math is reliable, more reliable than the weather, okay? So if math says that if you get this and you plus that, then this is what it is, that is what it is. Unless we become emotional and then we create our shortcuts. And let's look at it. Even I'll come to the side of the mothers. You know, sometimes when we're talking to our children, we promise them like heaven and earth. There's a time I promised to one of my sons to buy them a PlayStation, and then I got to ask about the particular PlayStation they wanted, and it was quite on a high side. And then they had, you know, the school term was beginning, and we needed shoes, and we needed uniform, we needed sweaters, we needed what is that? The playground, what is it, the PE uniform for those that understand these things. So I knew that there was a lot and to spend on, and I knew that, you know what, I just didn't need to spend on a PlayStation even when I had promised him. But if it were the me 10 years ago or 8 years ago, I would have said, oh, I promised him, so I have to give it to him. I mean, how will he see it? How will he feel? Then I would have spent it. I would have felt the pinch, and then a week after I would have bought the shoes, the uniform, and maybe gone ahead to go to the principal and tell the principal of the school that, you know what, let him come, and then I can pay fees later. Do you see the disorganization, the confusion that we get ourselves into? Why? Because we do not prepare, okay? And then we do not plan, and then we do not calculate. If you want to be anything in the world, or if you want to earn the money that you want in the world, you have to learn to calculate. The rules of the game is you have to know that it's about facts. It's not about the emotions. So what? You want to rent an apartment. Someone told me that actually there are so many girls around town that refer to, I mean, apartment. Apparently, an apartment means anything that is like it's a flat. So you stay somewhere, you have to go through a staircase and go somewhere. So even if it's 2-roomed, even if it's 1 room, but if it's a flat, then it's an apartment. And I was like, who is bewitching people these days? Okay, because you can stay anywhere. I've stayed in houses, and for the people that watch me that have been in my life for the longest time, I mean, I have stayed in a 1-room. I graduated to a studio apartment. I graduated to a 2-room, a bedroom, and a sitting room. And after that, I graduated to a whole apartment. And after that, I mean, voila, here I am. And I feel like I've earned it. That is the organic growth. Because then if I didn't afford it then, I can afford my own house right now. Okay, so that means we really, really have to be very careful when it comes to spending. The money can come, but it can go so fast without you noticing that it has actually gone. Okay, and some of us live check to check. That's the other thing. We live from check to check, and then some of us live from check to I call it check to Monday. Why? Because you get your money around Friday. Because most people, actually most employers, I don't know, for whatever reason, they pay around Friday, and then through the weekend you pay the dates, and then you buy the things that you need to. And by the time you show up for work on Monday, you have nothing on your account, or you have nothing in your bag, or you saved nothing, and this is really appalling, and this is really sad, because some people actually, you're not just living from check to Monday, but you end up getting to Monday and you have spent your bills money. Okay, you have spent your rent money, you have spent your lighting money, you have spent your, as in everything that you need, your water money, you have spent it, and now you have to face your landlord and tell them, or landlady, and tell them that, you know what, I'll pay you next month, this, I got problems, and then you will kill an auntie, or you'll make someone sick, or you will make, that life of confusion, you will never get out of it until you decide that you've had enough, like enough is enough, and you want to live a better life. Then you will learn. Let me tell you, I move with money these days, and sometimes I just delay. I learned to delay my gratification, and so it has helped me like so much. I can move with money, and I just know I have the money, and sometimes if I don't know, I don't need to move with it. I'm like, I will not move with any money, because I will not need it today. But usually, 10 years ago, I would anticipate. I'll be like, now, what if I meet something good, something that the good things, you just bump into them. So what if I bump into something good? What if someone tells me there's this good deal? What if someone delivers something that and some of us are not are not strong, and we don't have strong nose, because a friend of yours will call you and they will tell you, oh, I want to deliver this, or there's this good jumpsuit, or there's this good shoe, there's this good hair, and with women, we will buy from what? Not eyebrows. Yeah, we buy the eyebrows, and we buy the the eyelashes. Apparently we buy everything. We buy hair. We buy the nails, and I don't know what else I weave in the West. Okay, that is getting too much. Okay, but like someone calls you up because they know your weakness, and then they will call you and know that she is the one that has the money and she spends recklessly. And I used to have people in my life like that, so they will tell me, oh, there's this thing that is so good, oh, there's this thing, and I will tell them, oh, come, and then they would come, and then out of guilt, and I don't know what really happens, out of guilt, because I don't want my friend to go away, I really want to buy from them, I would spend money that I had no business buying or spending. So this is what happens when someone calls me and tells me that, you know what, I have something and it's so good, and what, I'll tell them, you know what, I'll get back to you, because I don't have budget for that right now. Because back then I thought telling people that I don't have budget for that right now, then they would think I don't have the money. Okay, and then I think it's because I was not confident in myself, and I felt like I was not enough, so I needed to prove a point. But when I got a hold of myself and I got in control of my finances, when someone calls me, I'm quick to tell them that, you know what, I'll get back to you. And chances are I will never get back to them. And when they ask again, they're like, no, you know what, I had a lot of things to spend on. I just didn't have budget for that particular thing. Like, I'm straightforward. I will tell you that I don't need it. And for those that actually, and then I will have some pushy people or some pushy friends who will come through, and then they will just drop in the office or leave it with my PA, or just come find me where they can find me, because if someone knows you, then they know you, and then they will just leave it there, or they will say, let me send so and so to drop this, and then you let me know. My friend, I will get a hold of it and I will keep it in the car. I will not even bother if it's not on my budget, and if I don't feel like buying it, I will keep it in the car, and then I will tell you that, you know what, it just didn't work for me. Please pick it whenever you can. And that will be the end of the story. It will stay in my boot and you can always pick it. Why? Because I've learned that I have to control my money, because if I need to grow my money, I need to control it. If I need to invest, then I I need to delay my gratification. And then if I invest, I have to be able to be patient because I have nothing to prove in order for the results to actually work for me. And let me tell you, I wish all of us can learn that, because then if you teach your children that you do not provide or you do not buy a thing because you are guilty or because you just want to fulfill a promise, then they learn that you don't just have to, because we pass on the habits, you don't just spend like that because you're guilty about something. And then I remembered relationships. Okay, so many of us spend, just imagine, and I've seen so many people fall into this trap, ladies and gentlemen, but mostly ladies. A man comes up, a man sweeps you over your feet, and all of a sudden tells you that, you know what, I just don't have enough money, I'm clearing my things, I'm doing this, blah blah blah, and just give me this loan. And so amen, are you a bank? Let's start with, are you a bank? Are you a lending company? Are you a money lending company? And so if you're a money lending company, where is the agreement? Where is the legal document? Where is the plan? Okay, if you want to be partners and invest together, which I really discourage, if you're just starting a relationship with someone and there's no commitment whatsoever. Why? Because anyone can walk away. If you're in a relationship, you can walk away. And then you're like, okay, if I don't give it to him, maybe he will hate me, he will not love me. No, if someone does not love you because you did not give them money, then it's better they walk away. Then you have survived. Good riddance. Let them go. And this applies to both men and women. Because for our friends, the guys, a lady does not love you because of your money, of the kind of job that you have right now, does not love you for all those things. Otherwise, we will call them gold diggers. A woman will love you because when you have the potential, you're hardworking, will love you because you love your mother, because you are a lover of people, because you respect, because you are loyal, okay? And because you support them to be who they want to be and their dreams, okay? A woman will support you and will love you because of those things. They will not love you because you're throwing money around and because you are facilitating them and giving them the good life, and then you think they're going to love you. If someone does not love you, even if you throw billions of money at them, they will never love you. I have a recent case that I'm working on where the girl receives all sorts of monies, but again, her heart is just not into it, and she fears she cannot say it. And then some of us, because we make emotional decisions, then she's like, but will I find a man who loves me and gives me as much money? Even when I don't love him, I think I should stick around because it takes care of me. Emotions, emotions, emotions. Red flags, red flags, red flags. And then after that, you live a miserable life for the rest of your life, okay? It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So, spending all your money or living check to check, living check to Monday, that is a bad decision. That is an emotional decision, and it's just not worth it, okay? And spending bill money or the money for your bills, that is the worst decision that you can ever make. I'm a landlady, and I just don't like it when people tell me that you know what, oh, because we lost so and so, oh, because we did this and this. No, you know that you stay in someone's house and definitely you have to pay, okay? I mean, we can have a heart and we can be patient, but again, you make sure that you hold your end of the bargain. I think I fear debts. I really fear debts. Apart from when I get the money to do business, okay, to invest, because then that investment is going to pay back the debt. Then I have no problem thriving in that area. But if I come to a person and I'm like, oh, please give me some money. No. I said I follow the Bible so clearly. I mean, I would have done it a long time ago, but if I didn't do it when I was still poor, I can't do it right now. I'm like, I will lend to the nations. I will not borrow. That's me. I'm like, I will work for my money and I will invest. I will grow my money and I will not be emotional about money. So even my own siblings, when they call me, and I know they will watch this video, I mean, I know that I have to be able to know that this has to be sustainable. The next time you come to me, I'm able to extend a hand. So if I can't extend a hand right now because of my investments or the things that I am doing, then I am not apologetic about it. But whenever I can help, I can actually help. But I don't help to be called called good, or to be termed good, or to be termed helpful, or to prove a point. No, I don't do that. I extend a hand of help because I have your best interest at heart. I love you, and I know that you're in this rough patch, and I'm able to, to help you sail through it. But again, it's not going to be an emotional decision for me. It's going to be a calculated decision. So I know we cannot live a strict life. Oh, you could be saying, oh, Bahati, you're telling us to live a strict life. You're telling us to just not spoil ourselves. No, so you can spoil yourself, okay? Spoil yourself. Go to the spa. Go have that vacation. I do that quite often. But again, I am not going to do that if I know that I don't have that kind of money, or I have a target that I must hit. For example, I've put on vacationing for quite some time. Why? Because we're investing in real estate, and real estate takes quite huge amounts of money. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. We can just have the getaways. The getaways are much cheaper. I mean, you're just out of town. You've gone to Entebbe. You've gone to Jinja. You're spending a weekend away. That's okay. But if you're going to France, then that's a lot of money. If you're going to Dubai, that's a lot of money. So I'm like, no. Instead of just having those big vacations, then I would rather just have something very simple, a getaway, and I'm good to go. I unwind, and all the fatigue goes away. I get back to work, okay? But I love my work, so I work even when I'm on getaways and vacations. But money, we really need to have these conversations. They are long overdue, and money just has a way of walking away without us noticing. And then just like I said, money has to be based, or your expenditure has to be factual, not because of feelings, okay? So you have to be very, very, very careful when you fall in love, not to mingle that with your finances, because then you can actually lose out on a very, very, very huge knot, okay? And it will not be good at all. So and I say this, a woman will love you because you're hardworking, not because you have the money right now, but they will see that actually you are going to have the money. And when you have that money, you'll still be respectful, and you'll still be centered as a person. Do not spend because of guilt. Never, 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 never do that, because mathematics is always very, very reliable. Otherwise, emotions are not reliable. Emotions change, feelings change. They're like wind. Wind comes and goes. Feelings come and go, okay? So you don't want to do that to yourself. And the last thing I would want us to share that has just come to my mind is, when you don't feel good about yourself, and this is also an emotional decision, actually, when you don't, because it has happened to me in the past. Okay, I don't know how to even talk about it, because I just saw it in my life. When you don't feel good about yourself, and then all of a sudden you go into a spending spree to make yourself feel good. Let me say, for example, when I gave birth to my firstborn, and then all of a sudden I lost shape. Like, I became like an elephant, okay? I was fat, I was I was about to burst, okay? And then after that, I just want to feel myself feel good. I even told my husband, you know what? I'm putting this budget aside just to make sure that I get nice clothes. I get what. And remember, that's after I had learned all about financial literacy, and I was in charge of my finances. But this time I went out of control, and I was like, you know what? I just need all the good stuff, the good clothes. I went to the tailors. I went to, hair, makeup and all that, just to make myself feel good. And then after some time, I sat down and laughed myself, and I was like, you know what? If you have what is it called? A big belly, it will stay a big belly even if you put on nice clothes, even if you put on clothes of million shillings. So the best thing is to tone your body, to work on your body, to work on your appetite, and just to make sure that you work on to look healthy, to look nice, and just work on yourself, hit the gym, do the necessary things. And let me tell you, I was amazed. This is what happens when that thought dropped into my mind, and I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. I called everyone that had given orders. Remember, I'd already received some orders. I called everyone that had called to give me the order for orders, and I told them, can you just hold, please? Do not deliver anything, and I'll let you know. And then everyone stopped, and then I was like, what next? I was like, I'm not spending any more money in the next 8 months. I'm not not buying anything, okay? I have to work on my body in order to go back to the clothes that I put on before I actually conceived. And I was like, okay, that is my goal. And let me tell you, I did not go to gym, no, because I have a bad knee. And when I go to gym on the treadmill or aerobics, then I really get terrible pain. So what I decided was to check what I eat, and when I eat, I went into intermittent fasting, and let me tell you, I lost 40 kilograms because I stopped being emotional and became realistic and factual. And I said, what do I need to do? I can buy all the clothes, I can go to Paris, I can go anywhere and shop, I can get anything that I want. But again, that is not going to change my body for me. I need to change my body in order to feel well and to feel good and to feel proud of myself. So I set a target and hit it. I lost 40 kilograms, people. It is very, very possible, and only to gain it afterwards. But again, I did not gain as much on my second pregnancy, but it helped me. Even during my second pregnancy, I said no buying clothes. And even after my second pregnancy, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy clothes until I can be able to go back. It's only my husband who did not really not disappointed, but I mean, he went shopping for me. And so I have had all the batch of clothes that he shopped between giving birth to now. That is what I've been putting on. I've not been buying any more clothes, no shoes, okay? All the shoes that I've been putting on, and it's not because I'm mean to myself, no, but I see everywhere my penny goes. I can literally tell you that this is where my money went, this is where, and these are the things that I need. And I told you that when you hit 30, then this thing hits different. When you hit 35, the things also hit differently. Then you need a life of comfort. And how are you going to get the life of comfort? You are going to get it by having money and by making proper investments and growing your money, and not working emotionally, but working with an intention. So you're not competing with everyone else. You are competing with yourself to be the best version of yourself. And guess what? The best version of yourself is the saving kind. The best version of yourself is the investing kind. The best version of yourself is one who deals in mathematics, not in emotions. And then you are going to conquer the world, and we are going to change the world together. I love you, and I wish you all the best, but let's make sure that we make the best decisions as we help others make better decisions. Bye-bye.